Let me show you how to make an ebook in 20 minutes and make $100 per day. Personally, I've sold over 1,000 ebooks, and I must say it's one of the simplest and easiest ways to create passive income for yourself. It's so easy that you just create an ebook, you put it on your website, and whilst you're sleeping, people can be buying your ebook. You wake up in the morning and then you check your email, and there are some cash payments that have been coming in. Now, anyone around the world can do this. And the nice part is that you don't need specialized skills or certifications for you to create an ebook. You just simply need to create something that people want to buy, and you can even do it in less than a day. Now, one question that you might have in your mind is, why would someone want to buy an ebook from me? The reason why people buy ebooks is because firstly, they are normally very cheap. So it's not something that they have to plan and think about for a long time. But more specifically, that ebook solves a particular problem for them. For example, they might be bored and they want to read a book that's going to entertain them. But if you want to get some better results and make some good money from selling ebooks, I would suggest that you create an ebook that solves a particular problem for people. For example, because I've got a YouTube channel and I know what it takes to build a YouTube channel, I noticed that a lot of new YouTubers were struggling with making money on YouTube, especially in the first few days when they've not yet reached 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 watch hours. If you don't know what that is, that's the qualification that anyone who has got a YouTube channel needs to reach before YouTube starts paying you for posting videos. So what I then did is that I created an ebook which is called the YouTube Money Plan, which teaches new YouTubers with less than 1,000 subscribers how to actually make money on YouTube. I show them 22 different ways that they can actually monetize their channels without them waiting for YouTube to start paying them. Now, because this is something that a lot of new YouTubers think about and they've got no solution to, they buy that ebook like crazy because it's solving a particular problem that they have. So that's what I did. Now let's talk about you. If you want to come up with an idea for your ebook, the first thing that you need to do is that you need to identify a problem that you can solve for people. To find those problems, you can look at yourself and see what problems have you solved for yourself, what challenges did you go through that you overcame, and how exactly did you do it? Hey, if you're interested in starting your own online business, I want to invite you to join my 5-day digital products breakthrough challenge, where I'm going to be showing ordinary people just like you how to create passive income by creating and selling digital products. At the end of this challenge, you will know how to create digital products, how to set up an automated system so that you can get sales whilst you sleep. And then the end result is that you'll be able to get sales daily 24/7. Now, this challenge is not for free. At the time of recording this video, the price is currently at $47, but it's going up in a few hours to $67. And then we take it up to $97 before the end of the year. So depending on when you're watching this video, the price might be different. The price has been changing because I do these challenges every single month. And the feedback I keep getting is that I'm underpricing it. And that's why the price is going to keep going up. In that 5-day challenge, I'm going to show you on the first day how to find digital product ideas. The second day, I'll show you how to actually create a digital product using AI. The third day, I'll show you how to build your own online store or website so that people can visit and actually buy your products any time of the day. Then the fourth day, I'll show you how to find customers who actually want to buy those products. And then the fifth day, I will show you how to actually launch and scale your business to 5 or 6 figures, regardless of which country you are in. To sign up, simply click the link in the description of this video or scan the QR code you are seeing on your screen right now. And I'll see you on the inside of the challenge as I help you to launch your own business so that you can finally start having income online. The next thing that you need to do is that you need to create a cover for your ebook. And in order to do that, we're going to be using this software, which is free to use, and it's called Canva.com. So I'll also put the link in the description below, but you can just go to Canva.com and then sign up for a free account. Where it says sign up, just simply sign up. Once you have signed up, you're going to see it looking something like this. And so what you can just do is that you can come here at the top where there's a search feature, and then you can just type in and say ebook. And then it's going to give you suggestions. I'm going to go for ebook cover right there. And then it's going to give you different templates that you can use of ebooks. Some of these are going to be for free. Some of them are going to be paid. So you don't have to use the paid ones. If you don't want to, if you want to upgrade and get a paid account, that's up to you. But you just simply scroll through these and look for one that's nice and appealing to you. And then you simply use it to design your cover. Now, for example, let's say that I want to use this one right here. All I just have to do is just click on it. This page pops up. Then I click on customize this template. And then once it's finished loading, you can then start editing everything that you see. For example, I can just come in here. I can just click on the text and change it and say how to start a YouTube channel. And I can just move the text around to wherever I want it to be like this. And I can delete whatever I don't want to use. See where it says this person's name. I can come in here and put my name and then put whatever subheading I want to put as well. So as you can see, I've changed the text here. I can also just move this around to just maybe put it more central. Same with my name there. And then instead of having this, what I can do is that I can come to the left right here, click on elements, and then I'll just search for YouTube and see what pops up. So YouTube logo, I can come here to the graphics. I'm going to click on see all and see if there's a free logo that I can actually use for YouTube. For example, I like this one here. I'm just going to click on it and then it will pop up in the center here. Then I can just position it wherever I want. I can reduce the size. I'm going to delete this and then replace it with this one. And then I'm also going to just rotate it like this so that it looks different like that. So I've gone ahead and just made a few edits, as you can see. So you can edit it whatever way that you want. But now when you are done with your cover, you then come here to the top where it says share and click on share there. And then you click on download right here. And then it's going to give you different options that you can choose from to download. For example, you can download it as a PNG, which means that it's an image format, or you can change it and make it a PDF. So here's the standard PDF version. If I just click on that and then I say download, it's going to download to my computer, as you can see right here. And then if I just click on that, here is my book cover. And as you can see, it's looking nice and good. And now what I then need to do is that I need to put the bottom half of the ebook. So what I'll do is that I'm going to come back here firstly, and then I'm just going to change the option that I saved it as. I'm just going to click on download, and I'm just going to save it as a PNG so that I could get it in an image format. Now, once you've created your ebook cover, the next step is for you to start working on the content of the ebook. Now, here are a few steps that you can follow. Now, normally what most people would do is that they will come up with an outline from the top of their heads, or they would use a tool like ChatGPT to actually come up with an outline. And I'm just going to show you what that looks like here. Don't worry about this part here. My ChatGPT is upgraded. That's why all this stuff is written here. Just focus right here where I put this prompt where it says, write me an outline for an ebook titled How to Start a YouTube Channel, mentioning all the different topics and chapters that I need to cover. So just by you asking ChatGPT a question like that, ChatGPT can give you a book outline and tell you every single thing that you need to include inside of the book. Then as you can see here, it's done. It's given me all this information that I can use as the outline of my book. So what I then can do is that I can just simply take this. I can just scroll here to the bottom, click on this copy option, and then I'm going to copy it to a document. I normally like to use Google Docs, which are also free to use. We just simply go to your Google and type in Google Documents, and then as long as you've got a Gmail account, you'll be able to use them. Once I create a Google Doc like this, I just simply come here and click on paste. And then here is my outline for my book. What I then will do is that I will begin to expand on every single part that the ChatGPT has actually given me to focus on. Now, in all honesty, this is what most people do. And it kind of makes your book a bit rigid because ChatGPT talks like a robot. So you don't want to talk like a robot and you don't want to think like a robot. You want to make sure that your book is different and it actually appeals more to humans. So what I normally like to do so that I know exactly what to include inside of the books that I'm writing is I normally like to do research based on the questions that people actually ask. And I'll show you two ways that you can go about that. The first one is that you can simply just go to YouTube like this. And then on YouTube, you're just going to search for whatever your book is going to be about. I'm going to just type and say, how to start a YouTube channel. And then I'm going to look for some of the most popular videos that will actually pop up. For example, there's this one with 5.3 million views. It was created 3 years ago. I'm just going to open up the video. And then as the video loads up, I'm just going to pause the sound so that I don't hear anyone talking. And then I'm just going to scroll down here to the bottom where there are comments. And you notice that for this video, because it did very well, it's got like 5.3 million views. It's got 2,000 comments. And what I just want to do is that I want to go through some, not necessarily all of the comments, but I want to look for the top questions that people are actually asking. And normally what I like to do is I like to click here, it says sort by, and then I'll sort by maybe the newest first so that I see the latest comments. And as I go through the comments, I'll be looking for different questions that I can answer in my ebook, because these questions give me ideas of what people want to know. For example, here's one person who's asking, will my views just go up on their own when I have started a tech channel? I'll just take that comment, copy it like this, and then I'll go back to my document, and then I can just paste the question, and then I'll come back to it later. Then I'm going to come back here again to the comments, and I'm going to look for another question that someone is asking. Here's another one. I get the idea of starting a YouTube, but how do you make your first followers? Do you recommend your channel by mouth to friends at first? Because isn't your channel when you begin invisible to the algorithm? I do feel like making one of them. I'm not all that good with navigating and surfing the web and the details that go with it. So there's obviously a bit of broken English in this, but then I get what the person is trying to ask. I'm going to copy that question, and then I'm going to come back to my document here, and then I'm going to paste that question here. And as a nice way to just make it a bit more spicy and more interactive, once I've got like many questions that I've got from YouTube and I've put them in here, the other place where I can actually also get questions that I can answer is I can use the platform, which is called Quora. Quora is basically a website where you can also sign up for free. It's Quora.com. And people just come to Quora to ask questions. Like I can ask the same question again, how to start a YouTube channel. Then if I just click on search there, you see that there are many variations of that same question. How do I start a channel on YouTube? What is your advice to grow a YouTube channel? That's a great topic that we can talk about. What are the best ways to promote your YouTube channel? What are some good ideas for a YouTube channel? How do I make money from a YouTube channel? How do you create a YouTube channel and earn money? So this works in any niche. So you can just simply copy these questions down, come back to your document, and then you're going to list them down here again. And the thing that makes sense to do next is that you just simply start answering these questions. For example, you can just start typing and answering these questions. But I found a faster way to actually do that because sometimes I get tired of typing. For example, this one, which is, will my views just go up on their own? But what I will do then is I'll just come here where it says tools. And then I'm going to scroll down to where it says voice typing and click on that. And then as you can see, this option appears right here. And then I can click here to speak. And just to show you how that works, I'm just going to click on it. And then I'm just going to start answering this question. As long as you follow the proper guidelines for how to post videos on YouTube, then yes, your views will go up. Full stop. You need to make sure that you are creating content that people are actively looking for, comma, and make sure that you have got an enticing title plus a thumbnail that makes them want to click and watch. Full stop. So as you can see what I just did right there, just by me clicking on this option here for voice dictation, I'm able to quickly answer all these different questions. And that's one of the ways that you'll be able to create your own ebook in an hour. When I'm done with this question, I then move on and go to the next one. But also bear in mind, as you can see, like right here, there was no capital letter. I would need to actually add that and then maybe just put the punctuation and then make it look nice and proper. Now, once you've finished answering all the questions that you want to answer in the ebook, and then you then need to then go ahead and then just maybe edit it the way that you want, like put in the proper punctuation, the proper spacing, and then just designing it the way that you want. What I then normally do is, let's say that this is actually edited and the book is done. I would then take the image that I created and then I would just drag it to the top of the book like this and then paste it in there so that at the top, it's actually the book cover. Then I can then come in here and play around with the formatting. For example, I can align this to the center. Then I'll just right click on the image, come to image options here, and then play around with the settings to the right here so that the image actually covers the document area. For example, I can stretch this like this, make it start at the corner there. Then I can stretch it this way to make it large. And then I can just drag it to the top. Once you finish editing it the way that you want it to look like, you then can come and click here at the top where it says file. And then you're going to come here where it says download. And then you're going to download it to the format that you want. I normally would download it as a PDF. So I'm going to click on that. And then it's going to download to my computer. Then if I click on that, as you can see, here is my ebook right here with the cover in place. But of course, it's got some white lines here because I didn't do it to perfection. With more time, I could do that, but I didn't want this video to be too long. And then as you can see here, my ebook starts here. And once again, pretend as if I had already answered all these questions. Now, once you've created your ebook, the next step is for you to take that ebook and put it on a website where people can come to the website and actually buy the ebook. So there are many different website platforms that are out there. Some of them are actually free, but the problem is that they take part of your revenue. So if you want to keep 100% of your revenue, I recommend that you use Creator HQ, which is a platform that helps people to be able to build websites in just a few minutes. I'm going to put a link in the description of this video. You can sign up for Creator HQ and get a 14-day free trial. But also I'm going to create another video that will show you how to create an ebook funnel so that you know exactly what to do step by step inside of Creator HQ so that you can start selling your ebooks fast. But basically what you do is that you're going to have a website that looks something like this, and people will come to the website, find out more details about the website just by reading through the sales page. You're going to click on a button that says buy now. They go to the checkout page, they enter their payment details, and once they click on buy, they automatically get an email that gets sent to them with the ebook that they can start reading. And whilst you are sitting at home, you just get a notification on your phone that a payment has been made, and hey, guess what? It's passive income, because you don't have to keep creating your ebooks, but it's something that you created once and it's making money for you every single day. And maybe you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, Marshall, that sounds good, but how exactly do I get people to come to the website in the first place and buy the ebook? That is what we call traffic. In order for you to get customers or people to come to your website, in digital marketing terms, we call it traffic. There are different ways that you can actually approach this. The simplest way to get your first sale is by simply just reaching out to everyone in your contacts list and just telling them, hey, I got an ebook. If you're interested in buying it, and then you just send the link to them. That's what I personally used to do when I wanted to get my first few sales. But then you can also go ahead and do something like I do, which is creating organic content that you can post on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, you name it. It doesn't have to be video content, but you simply create content around the problems that you're solving with your ebook. People see the content, you put a link in the description, and then people go and buy that ebook. But then some of you might be saying, but Marshall, I don't want to become a content creator and I don't want to show my face like you are doing. You can also use other tools like paid advertising, which is something that I also teach. And by the way, I do have a course about this, how to create ebooks and how to create digital products and sell them. The link to the course is going to be in the description of this video. Check out the details about the course, and if you feel like it's going to help you, just get it, because it can help you to start creating passive income for yourself like I've been doing. But basically, we'll also be teaching you about paid advertising so that you can use these different platforms like Facebook, you can use Google, you can use Instagram, or even YouTube. You simply pay them some money, they show your adverts in front of other people, and then people start buying. Once again, more details about that in the description of this video, or you can just simply scan the QR code that you're seeing on your screen right now. For a QR code to work, you just simply open up your phone camera, point it at the code, something is going to pop up there on your camera, click it, and then it'll take you to the page where you can find out more details about the course. And now when you put all these things that we spoke about together, you have got an ebook business. And once that first ebook is starting to make money, guess what you can do? You can go ahead and create another one so that you can create more income for yourself. And now if you're wondering, okay, Marshall, I now have got an idea of my first ebook. What other products can I create or other ebooks can I create? You might want to check out this video next, which will show you other digital product ideas that you can create for yourself so that you can create more income that will be coming to you.